Been about a week since we've been playing. Let me know how the audio and video is looking today. Yeah. Just realized on the horizontal stream, I've got the comment about checking out the last 4 movies. What do you guys think of the last 4 that I watched? But that graphic is only up on the vertical stream. So some of you are probably like, what the hell is he talking about? So last week, I think the last time you guys saw me play in Mario Kart, we were in the middle of ripping Game of Thrones to the Jellyfin server. And we're almost done. I'm on season 6. So that's been taking a couple weeks to do, but as I'm getting new Blu-ray in, I'm taking a break from doing the Game of Thrones and then ripping the Blu-rays that I'm buying. So I bought a lot off of eBay, bought a lot off of Reddit, and everything's looking great. No issues with the used Blu-rays, no issue with them not playing. So we're up to probably close to 40 movies now that we've added to the Jellyfin server. But I'm hoping by tonight to be done with all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. There it is right there. It's amazing. They've packed in 2 of these cases for all 8 seasons in the box set. And even though we've watched Game of Thrones before, we've watched it streaming on HBO. And we have never seen Game of Thrones as good as it looks right now on Blu-ray on a 4K TV. And I know there's a 4K Blu-ray of Game of Thrones out there. I don't need it because I mean, yeah, I'd love to watch it on a 4K disc also. But the bit rate that's getting pushed from a standard Blu-ray high def looks so much better than the regular high def and the 4K that is the HBO stream. So the Blu-ray disc, for me, looks better with the higher bit rate than the 4K stream from HBO of the show. If that makes sense. The average cost for a used Blu-ray, if you're picking it up at Goodwill or Salvation Army, at least locally here in St. Louis, you're looking at about $4 for a used Blu-ray. And then on eBay, depending on if you're buying a lot or individual movies, you can get a deal to where they could be $1.50 to $5 depending on what you're getting, and then you got to pay for shipping. You're paying for shipping one way or the other, whether it's free shipping or not. But we're building a healthy little movie server. Again. "20 years ago when I was ripping my DVDs, and we've got 1,000 DVDs out on the rack outside here, you know, buying each DVD was $20. I'm ballparking. So 1,000 DVDs at $20 a pop. That's a ton of money that I spent on DVDs. Now, do I want to do this all over again with Blu-ray? Well, the difference with DVD is there was such a huge jump in quality from 480p to high def to the Blu-ray standard 1080. But going from high def 1080 to 4K, and then down the road to where if we ever get to 8K being a standard, we're not going to be able to tell the difference, really. So a Blu-ray is kind of the sweet spot in collecting for physical media, because you get it for such a cheap price. It's not the current technology that's out there. Blu-ray versus 4K, because you're paying the premium for 4K, the 4K discs. But you can build a high quality movie server off of Blu-ray high def discs, and at $2, $3, $4 a movie. I mean, what a deal. Then as I'm ripping the movies to the Jellyfin server, I'm ripping the movies themselves at the highest rate I can as an MPEG 4. And then all the special features and extras, I'm ripping that at a lower quality, high definition. Just to have access to it if I ever wanted to watch the extra features, special features, the extended scenes, stuff like that. All the extra things. The good thing is, like, it does take up hard drive space storing your ripped movies, but hard drive space is so cheap nowadays. Like, it was kind of crazy. I just picked up a 26 terabyte drive for under $300 the other day. Insane amount of storage. Wow. Yeah, checking the stream. I mean, everything looks, on my end, everything looks good. So hopefully on your end, if you're out there, the video looks good. The audio and the mic audio is balanced. Last week we experimented with the Xbox. I had to hook that up to try to do a little streaming with that on using College Football 26. That and the big Missouri-Kansas game was last week also, so I wanted to play a few of those games online. So that was fun. But I kind of miss just playing Mario Kart. So we're back to hooking the Nintendo Switch 2 up. As I was loading things up, there was either an update on the Switch 2 or on Mario Kart. I'm not sure what the update was on. Hit a few milestones on a couple of the channels. On our entertainment channel, we're up to 200, 300 subscribers. Is it 300? I forget. We hit 400 on our DIY channel. So just a couple months into our journey on YouTube after quitting the old job, we're slowly building up all 5 of our channels. What's up, Pigeon Gamer? Revenge of the Sith, that's one of my top 5 Star Wars. Love it. I love Hayden Christensen in Revenge of the Sith. He did a fantastic job in that one. And actually, the prequels are going to be the next set after Game of Thrones that I ripped to the Jellyfin server. So I'm looking forward to ripping Revenge of the Sith and watching that again. Yeah, I think it's time that I do an updated watch and ranking of all the Star Wars movies again. Did it a few years ago, and that was fun. It's always fun to get in there and overanalyze Star Wars, right? And a few of the movies may have jumped up a spot or two, I think, in the last couple of years for me. Now, I don't think I've changed my mind big on any of the, you know, if I really liked movies or if I didn't like any of the Star Wars movies, I don't think any of that has changed. But I think the ranking from 3 to 7 has probably switched around a little bit. Yeah, it's a new boom arm we added. I got the Rode. What's it called? I don't know. It's the one that's about $130. Kind of allows me to move it around quite a bit. A little more reach for me. Kind of a better setup than the last one that I had. It was a good investment to get. I personally don't like the last trilogy. So the sequel trilogy you're not crazy about? I am not a fan as well. I mean, I generally fall into the category of the traditional Gen X, to where the original trilogy 4, 5, and 6 is going to be my favorite. But I did like episode 3. There's parts of the Phantom Menace that I like. Don't really care for episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And then as far as the sequel trilogy goes, I don't mind The Force Awakens, because I think the intent when they started it was to do we even want to get into this? I would be very interested to see J.J. Abrams do all 3. Because I do not have an issue with The Force Awakens, even though people are like, oh, it's the same as the original trilogy. It's rehashed stuff. It's another Death Star. Yes, I get it. In the spirit of George Lucas and the whole kind of repeating things, it kind of falls into line for what he wants to do with Star Wars, what he wanted to do with Star Wars. The echoing of the same things kind of happening over and over again. With the sequel trilogy, the issue was going from JJ to Rian Johnson, and then the shitstorm that happened with episode 8, and then JJ having to come back and then band-aid everything in the final one. I just think it was a mess. I think they needed one vision. Because I did not like Rian Johnson's movie, but I wouldn't mind watching a trilogy if Rian Johnson was in charge of it all the way through, of all 3. Because I'd be curious to see what he would do with it. The problem was you had 2 completely different visions for Star Wars with J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson. And then there was nobody above them. And we're kind of pointing at Kathleen Kennedy at Disney, that had the wherewithal to work this story out from start to finish, a general roadmap, let's say. Original trilogy was great, but I can understand like the younger generations, like my kids, when they watch the original trilogy, it's just a little slower paced and it looks dated. So they're just not that into it. Although my youngest, he's 19 now. I think he's got Empire in his top 5, but he grew up on the prequels. What's up, Jimmy? Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out a little bit. We're just talking movies. Currently kind of getting into the whole Star Wars trilogy stuff. But I respect the fact that everybody's going to have a different opinion on Star Wars. I'm not one to get way too worked up on it. I have my preferences. I know what I like. Star Wars has, I think we've parted ways. It's not for me anymore. And that's fine. The younger kids, the younger generation can have Star Wars and they take it where they want to go. It's just not for me. I just don't get it. But that's fine. I'm not angry about it. And even the people that kind of have the same taste that I do with Star Wars, their thing is, well, Andor is what Star Wars should be. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't get through Andor. I tried 3 times with Andor season 1, couldn't finish it. I tried it 3 different times. And I know the second season that just came out, my wife and my youngest watched it. I think they really liked it. I was there for the first few episodes again for Andor, and then I was bored to death. So I don't know if there's really anything Star Wars that's new. When I say new, that's within the Disney grasp of things that appeals to me. There were parts of Ahsoka, parts of Kenobi that I liked, and to be honest with you, the only way I will watch those series again is the fan edit made by Kai Patterson, who's kind of a film kid. He re-edited Kenobi and Ahsoka into an actual movie, edited out a ton of stuff, recreated a few scenes, but he made it into an actual movie. And I enjoy that so much more than what is on Disney Plus. I can watch those as a movie. I just don't think, I think they're getting greedy and they're trying to turn these into a series to feed Disney Plus, and they stretch out these things that should be movies. And that's why the pacing is just off for me. That's why I'm getting bored. It needs to be edited down. I mean, there's other issues, but... Ooh, we didn't make that one. All right, Pigeon Gamer. Top 3, Return of the Jedi, Empire, Revenge of the Sith. That's a good 3. I've got Return of the Jedi probably top 6 or 7. Revenge of the Sith is probably top 5 for me. Empire is probably my number 1. Yeah, Pigeon Gamer is also saying Andor is just too slow. And then you... Well, it's funny you mentioned that. So you made it through 4 episodes. I went through 3. I tried it 3 different times over the course of 2 years and couldn't get past episode 3. I know there's some things after that I've seen in passing that they look like cool scenes. I get it. But I don't know. But I'm not mad about it. It's just, like I said, it's for a different generation. Star Wars is for a whole new group now, and that's fine. If I had my way, since we're just kind of talking out the box here on Star Wars, I would love to see them give Star Wars to somebody that can do something super dark, that has the elements of episode 3, bits and pieces of Andor. I mean, I get why certain people like Andor. And I know some people say, well, you know, Star Wars is still for kids. That's fine. Just give me one adult series of Star Wars. Mandalorian Season 1 was good. I did like that one. I did like Mandalorian Season 1, and then I just got sick and tired of seeing the Mandalorian and Grogu. Because then it's too cutesy. They beat a dead horse with it. So I have no more desire to watch it. I never thought I would get to the point to where I wasn't excited for new Star Wars content coming out. Never thought that would be the case. But I think the Andor Season 2, again, didn't even... I think I watched maybe the first couple episodes. What's the other one that was right before that? I don't even know what it was called. I didn't even watch it. And I don't think anybody in my family was even excited to, like, none of us mentioned, hey, it's the new series is out. We're gonna watch it on Disney Plus. I mean, we just ignored it. What was that called? All right, Pigeon Gamer, we'll see you. Thanks for hanging. What's up, Lemon? Likes his money. Is it money or honey? Kind of glancing down as I'm getting shelled and knocked around. Levon likes his money. I mean, I could do episodes where we sit and break down Star Wars, and that'll be fun. What seems to resonate online with these kind of things are just kind of the rage baiting shows to where you've got to hate Disney, you have to hate Kathleen Kennedy, where you got to be like totally like, oh, these are the best things Star Wars ever's done. I don't like it. I don't like the current Star Wars, but I'm not working myself up to be all hateful about it. Again, it just comes down for me, it's not for me. Not everything has to be for me. I had my time with Star Wars, had a great time as a kid. And the podcast show that I had 3 years ago with my co-host Chelsea, she's a generation below me. She grew up on the prequels, so she was one to where the prequels meant more to her than the original trilogy. And she's not wrong. Just personal taste. Uh-oh, can I hold a lead? I haven't been too competitive today. And then here we are. I find myself trying to get into the final lap. I gotta find out how to dump an item. Like if you don't want it. One, I don't want to use the feather. Because it kills your speed. Oh, there you go. God dang it. I'm going to need help on this one at the end. No, right with the pack, though. That's the help I needed there. All right, well, that's what we aim for, right? Just to place, to be the chance to place. So we made it. So let's see if we can place. Whoever's right behind us is throwing that boomerang. Oh Oh, no, 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 bad. Oh. That was my fault. That was some bad driving. I had the mushroom and I had the star. I should have been able to make a run there for first, and I started drifting the wrong way. LeVon doesn't have a Switch 2 yet. Hard to get or just expensive? I mean, it's like, what, $550 or something now? $550 with the game, maybe? Like the bundle? Well, this is my first gaming system, like, just for me. So for the last 10, 15 years, my boys, it's all been their stuff. So like the Xbox One, Xbox X, Xbox S. I think the last thing that I had just for myself was like the Nintendo and Game Boy Advance or something. I think they had the GameCube. And I'd always kind of thought when the original Switch was out, I was like, you know, that looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll get one. But never worked it into the budget. And then when the OLED one came out last year, I was like, maybe that's my time to get one. And then there was all the rumors about, well, the new Switch is coming soon. I'm like, oh. And I just kind of forgot about it. We had a few appliances around the house that went out and just couldn't be spending money on a gaming system. But man, I'm telling you, this system is so fun. You have the OLED, or do you have the original Switch? What's up, Faker Cat? I mean, I was really close to finding an excuse to do the OLED one last year. And then I think like our dishwasher went out or the dryer went out. And I was like, I can't be spending money on a gaming system. We're doing good here, Faker Cat. What's going on with you today? But of the games I've got for the system, or for the Switch 2, Mario Kart's the most fun that I can pick up at any time. I can play for 5 minutes or play for 2 hours. Just kind of mindless fun that I can compete at. That's something important as an old timer. as an old head. You know, anybody can compete in this game. I got Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's fun. But it's almost too many. I have to think a little too much on that one. I have to concentrate a little bit too much to do it. So I do have fun playing that one, but just if I'm having a game that I'm going to go to for an afternoon or 15 minutes or something, it's always Mario Kart. I did pick up the Star Wars Legos when it was on super sale, like $10 for all of it. So I picked that one up. I haven't even loaded it up yet. Because my thought process on that was maybe adding that to the channel to where we can do, you know, I can play through that whole game at some point and just do that on the channel as well. That was a good use of $10. I just haven't gotten around to having the time to do it. I'm in my office, which is my YouTube studio. It's been my podcast studio for the last few years, but I'm wanting to clean it up, redo it a bit as I get some more funds to do it, since I'm building up 5 YouTube channels now. I just want to make it look a little nicer. But all my funds that I have to put towards building up this YouTube channel, it's all going towards, like, you know, had to spend $120 on the new boom arm for the mic. And then a few other things for the computer to stream a little better. Decided to add gaming to the channel, so then had to get the Elgato 4KX. That was, how much is that? What, $250? So all of my funds for kind of redoing, like the redecorating of the studio to make it look cool, that's gonna have to be put on hold for a while. But it's definitely time for a refresh here. I've had this kind of look for a while, and I'm just kind of bored and tired of it. I want something a little cleaner. Levon, what's your favorite game? Or what's the game you're playing the most right now, I should ask. I am being productive. Because while we are playing Mario Kart and streaming here, I am ripping Game of Thrones right now. So I just got done with Season 6, Disc 2. That just got done ripping, so I'm going to put Disc 3 in. Disc 3 has episodes 6, 7, and 8. All right. This has been like a 2-week project ripping Game of Thrones. All right, we'll see you, Levon. Thanks. What does FNF mean? I've yet to really have any issue with anybody in the comment section. And everybody has warned me ever since I started streaming live. I've had some kind of weird interactions, but I haven't had any problems. I went way out of my way to smash him. That was mean. Actually, to the contrary, of the people that have been in my comment section since I've started streaming in the last couple months, I've had some really good interactions. And that probably comes to the fact that I'm a smaller channel, so I'm not getting pushed out to a whole bunch of people where I can see where that gets out of hand. You attract the wrong people. But I've had some really good interactions. Oh, barely made that one. Somebody's trying to get me with that boomerang. Oh. All right, we can try to finish top 3. I didn't even hit that guy with it. Oh. Dang it. Could not catch him. No matter what I tried. All right. Well, that was some good racing there. We may be back later on. What do you guys think? One more? All right, let's do one more. We'll do one more. And then we'll go get dinner going. Excellent connection, so that's good. Still. I really want to try to offer you guys the best video and audio possible that I can do. So whatever I can do to tweak things out as I'm learning. So that's why feedback is so important. So I appreciate when you guys let me know how things are looking and sounding. We'll do one more. And then I think it's margarita time. Doing fajitas, margaritas. And then starting Game of Thrones Season 2. think that was closer than I thought. Bombs going off everywhere. I do like this new boom though, because I don't have to lean so far forward talking to the mic. It's way more comfortable this way. This has a lot more reach, and it's just steadier. There's the crazy truck driver. gonna make it. Darn it. All right, that is it for me. You guys have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you on the next one.